Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman on midweekpolitics.com.
Hey, welcome back to Midweek Politics. I'm David Pakman. In studio with us is Michael Carney, Springfield, Massachusetts police officer. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And let's get him, Lewis, as close to the mic as possible. These things are they're the opposite of sensitive. And you can get as close to it as you feel comfortable.
Sure. Thanks, Dave.
So tell me, I want to get to your testimony before Congress and to a lot of other things. But first, just to kind of set the stage, how long have you been a police officer?
Too long. Approximately, I have 30 years on the books. There was a little bit of time there that was on a leeway due to my case, but we'll get into that later.
And always in Springfield?
Yeah.
So you've been...
I'm a lifer.
Wow. And you grew up in the area?
They didn't throw me out yet. Yeah, I'm still there.
So for our listeners in places where they may not be familiar with our Springfield, plenty of Springfields, I'm sure, closer to where they are. Springfield is known for a few different things, and it's not known as being a particularly safe city, is it?
Well, Springfield's the birthplace of basketball of fame. Population's about 150,000. It's a very diverse population, and it's up there on a scale as one of the most dangerous cities in America.
And that includes gun crimes, drug crimes, and what else does that basically sum it up?
Your
prostitution,
social issues, prostitution, and public drinking. We have a number of illegal activities that happen on a daily basis. Gangs,
mob activity,
and and a number of homicides. It's a pretty dangerous place, but I grew up there, and I've spent my life there, and I don't have any intentions of leaving as of yet.
And you also didn't have intentions of leaving the Springfield police force years ago, but
Right.
You had no choice temporarily. Kind of bring us up to date on how that happened and how it started.
Well, I wasn't too comfortable with my sexual orientation. I was in a career that wasn't very conducive to gay employees, and I felt very uncomfortable. I hid that for many years, and got to the point where it was so painful that I took some time off and resigned in 1989. And
You chose to resign at that point. Yeah,
I did. Yeah, for personal reasons. I didn't say what the personal reasons were. I just I did resign, and I struggled with the issue. And in 1990, a few months after I crashed and burned, I sought some professional help and was able to clear the fog and actually come out and say that I was gay. It was a huge step. It was obviously the first step of many to come. And took about a year or two off as I was working in the private sector, and I attempted to go back in 1992.
to the same police department.
To the same police department, came out in the interview, told them what my struggle was, how I sought help, and where I was today. And I was told no. That happened the first time. I retained an attorney, and he spoke with a member on the city council, told me to put in my paperwork again, which I did, and I was flat out denied.
And what did you know why you were being denied?
No, everybody was hush-hush. Nobody said anything. They just sent a letter and said that you had been denied, and basically that was it.
And you knew, based on your experience and based on your background, that there was really no legitimate reason to be denied, or how did it start?
There was 4 other officers that were asking for reinstatement, and all 4 of those were chosen to go back to work except me. And clearly there was no past history with me, and I felt that I was wronged. My attorney set up with the mayor to have a third interview, and present at that interview was the police chief, and couldn't understand that he would be there because usually he dealt with the police commission. And he spoke on my behalf, and he said that I did a commendable job as a police officer and recommended that I be hired. So when I walked out the door that night, I really felt like I had the job in the bag and everything was good, and I was denied again. Those 4 candidates that went back to work, some rose through the ranks. One of them's a lieutenant today, and some of the others I work with now as a police officer, and we have a tremendous relationship. It was a long struggle. It took 2.5 years of my life. But make no bones about it, if I didn't live in Massachusetts, or one of 12 or 13 other states in America, I couldn't have won my job.
And this is because of the Employment Non-Discrimination Act.
Well, in Massachusetts, we have protection under the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, which includes sexual orientation. So I filed a complaint with them, and it took 2.5 years. And I found probable cause. They found probable cause in my complaint, and we were able to work that out with the city and return to work.
Midweek Politics is brought to you in part by Jackson & Connor, classically modern men's apparel in Northampton, Massachusetts on the 2nd floor of Thorne's Marketplace, and by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.